Besties, today I'm going to show you how to set goals that actually work with your mind and why maybe you haven't been getting results, because these things are super subtle. Now, this was a conversation I was having with someone recently, and it's a really, really good example of how sometimes we can be holding ourselves back even though we think we're doing the right thing. And this is why it's so important to understand how the subconscious mind works. Okay, so 95% of your mind is subconscious, and it is literal, right? This is the most important thing, is that your mind is literal. Think of it like a GPS, right? So our beliefs, our thoughts, our repeated thinking is literally programming our subconscious mind like a computer. Think of it like software, okay? And so this is why we've got to be super clear and precise when we go to set goals, because what we're focusing on is expanding, right? You've all heard that. What you focus on expands. And this is how it works, right? It's not some fluffy woo-woo idea. It's literal psychology. Okay, so your mind can only process a finite amount of pieces of data per second, right? And so it learns through this process called generalize, distort, and delete to filter your life, your thoughts, based on what it thinks is most important to you. And what it thinks is most important is what you think about all the time. Now think about that. Most of the time, are your thoughts positive? Are they expansive? Are they abundant? Are they full of self-worth and gratitude and beautiful things? Or most of the time, are you controlled by fear? And remember, this is the subconscious part of your mind. This isn't the 10 minutes a day that you sit and you think positive thoughts. This is the 95% of the time that your mind is running in the background. This matters, right? Because this is where so many people get stuck, and we can get you unstuck so quickly, right? Now, this person, so we were speaking about his vision, his goals, his focus, like what are we doing here? And so here's what he said. I really want to grow into someone who can show up fully in relationships, work, and life without being ruled by fear or old patterns. My goal is to build healthier connections and trust myself more and be able to help people to feel good about themselves. I want to have great and positive influence on people. The work we're doing feels like that. What makes that possible? Now, that probably sounds pretty good to a lot of you. It sounds positive. Now, here's the thing. Remember when I said that your mind is literal? So what that looks like. Okay, let's go from the top. Show up fully in relationships. What does that mean? There's no specifics, right? For your mind that's looking for a specific thing, it doesn't know what to do with that. Now, we can actually see this theme throughout, right? Where it's kind of vague, it's ambiguous. Build healthier connections. What is that? Trust myself more. What's more? Help people to feel good about themselves. What is that specifically? What does that mean, right? Have great and positive influence on people. What is that? What is that specifically and clearly? Now, the other thing that I really wanted to point out to you guys is that the mind does not hear negatives, right? Now, what I mean by this is when we say, I don't want that, not that, you're still thinking about the thing that you don't want, okay? So don't think about a purple elephant, right? What are you thinking about? Don't think about a Ferrari. No, you know what I mean. So don't think about how much you hate yourself. Don't think about how scared you are about money, right? You're still thinking about these things. So we need to flip the focus so we're actually thinking about the thing that we want. So in this case with this person, what we went through and did was created very specific, clear goals, right? We put a date on it. We decided exactly what does it look like what is a healthy connection? What is that? What does it look like to trust yourself more? Specifically, clearly. How much impact do you want? Specifically, clearly, right? And as far as the negative thing went that I said, where it says without being ruled by fear or old patterns. So this is where he's saying he doesn't want it, but he's still thinking about fear and old patterns, right? So what we did was we actually got really clear and specific on what do you actually want, not what do you not want, right? And guess what? Magically, within minutes, you started to feel lighter, started to feel better. This is how quickly we can start getting you in the direction of where you want to go, because all of a sudden your mind is actually going towards what you want instead of not looking at the thing that you don't want and trying to resist it. Make sense? If you want some more help with this, I have a self-study program called Untamed, which will literally help you unpack what's going on in your own mind and create goals for yourself that work moving forward. Also, I do have some availability for one-on-one mentoring and coaching, so send me a message.